Hello. I don't know if anyone can see me or see the event. I'm having a really hard time. My phones are not wanting to participate in a live, and I'm trying to angle my camera so you all can see what's going on. Let me try to get YouTube pulled up on my phone again. The app keeps wanting to close, and we'll get started. Let's see. Hi, Mel. I see that you're here. I know this is not the greatest setup, and I'm sorry for all my drinks and everything, but I've got a lot I need to work with. So I've got it all piled up here, and we'll work on things. Make sure we're not having any echoes. Oh, we are. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now I'll try to keep up with the chat as best as I can. So what we're going to do today, we're going to work on a project that I found on a wonderful channel that is really growing and that I love, and I bet you all already know her. If you don't, you got to go check her out, Cathy's Garden. And she had this pretty little ephemera project idea that I thought was just amazing. And I mean, it's simple, it's just so pretty. And so we're going to make that. Then I'm going to tell you about my two new kits. I wanted to show you a flip through of the Emerald Archives Moss and Mechanics, but my printer and I are in a fight, so that's really messing things up, and I don't like that. But the first thing we're going to do is hopefully a few more people will come in and get with us. Mel, how well can you see my desk besides the clutter? Do you think you can see me working, and then I can, hold up things for you to see? Will that work? Because I've tried two phones and okay, good. So right now I've got the Valentine mini kit by LineDotArrow. Now this is a freebie in the LineDotArrow Facebook group. I really don't want to do no flip throughs because these are just for the group. And then I have the ephemera for the oh goodness, what's it called? Not the torn floral scraps. I do have that as well. That's going to be what I'm using for my design team project. But it's also timeless something. I'm not sure. But I got all the ephemera printed for that, and there's quite a bit of it. And I thought it would just look beautiful on this project. So the first thing we're going to do is grab our envelopes that I asked. You know what? Should we wait until a few more people come in to get started on the project? I'm not sure if anybody else is coming. I did have a few people say they were coming in, and I can talk to you about the Emerald archives. Well, people will be doing the playback, so let's just get started. All right. Let me grab my main stuff here. Where'd you go? There. Oh, okay. Now there's one of the envelopes. And it can be cut down, you know, if you want it to be a different size. Mine are coffee dyed, and they've got that little strip, you know, that you peel off, and we'll add some extra glue. But the main idea behind this is to get your envelope and decide how tall you want to make this piece of ephemera. Because what you're going to have is a decorative front with a pocket, and you can stick a tag or journal card down in that very front pocket. And then it's going to open up from the bottom, and there's going to be a notepad. And there's going to be a little pocket at the top and in the back. And then you're also going to have this pocket here. So we'll need that piece of cardstock I asked you to bring. And I hope I can remember everything. Okay. So we need to make some decisions on how tall we want this. Get my cutting board. And let's see what we want to do here. I believe these two go together. And this is the back. No. This is for 2, April. This is for 2. Okay. Since I have this tear, that's going to kind of decide my height. I am going to go, my envelope is 9 1/4 by 4. So let's cut it down to, you know, whatever height you desire. I don't want mine too large. So I think I'm going to go down to maybe 5 1/2. That sounds like a smart move. All right. So we got that cut in half. And of course, that gives you that little opening there that we'll deal with. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. Well, there goes some ink. Have to get that in a minute. 5.5. Okay. Because I'm going to make 2 at one time. This one's going to be for the LineDotArrow monthly challenge, and this is going to be for the love letters challenge. So now for this cardstock, and of course we need cardstock to back things, but we also need this cardstock as the inner part of this. And we know that goes in the back. I'm just trying to remember. This is going to be 11, which is pretty much the length of this, I do believe. It's 5.5 and 5.5. It's 11. So we need the whole length. We just need the width. And that was 5, I believe. No, that was 4. Okay. So we're going to cut this at 4 and leave it at 11 in length. If I get this wrong, I'll be a bit disappointed, but I'm not going to be able to help from laughing because I have had the busiest week ever. So it just won't surprise me. Okay. Now, it's going to flip that way and it's going to be in the back. So we need these turned over with our little flips in the back. And what we're going to do here is fold this in half. Get that bone folder here. I've got every drink known to man in here, but I stay so thirsty. Medication side effects, of course. All right. Now, I hope everybody's doing good today. We're going to now this is going to be going like this in the back end. That's going to be stapled to the top. That's going to come up like that. We'll have to trim it down a little. I got my math wrong, it looks like. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. So we're basically going to have this laying on the back like that. It's going to be your front. So let me get it lined up where I want it and see what trimming needs to be done. I wanted to show you another really quick project with the doilies, so I'm hoping this don't take me forever and a day so that we can get right on to that. It's real cute. Right, and we'll trim it about right here. Sorry about the measurement mix-up. This is my first YouTube Live. I'm so glad I've got somebody with me. I have a feeling more people will show up. This was last minute, and so, you know, it's Friday, and for once, I don't have to work today. Phew. So I grabbed up this opportunity. I thought, let's do it. There's been a lot of new things going on in our junk journal group and in my Etsy shop. And I really wanted to get us started off with our challenge. Now, let's see how good we did here. My hands can see better. I got that turned around. There we go. Now, we have two choices here. We can glue that on down, or we can leave a little pocket right here between that top and this to stick something. I feel more like just gluing it down myself, but the choice is yours. Yes, it is exciting, Mel. I'm as nervous as a house cat on a tin roof, but I am excited and happy. I'm certainly happy that you're here with me, and I appreciate that. All right, let's get this glue going. I'll have to edit the description on this and everything to put all the links and everything in it. I didn't know I was going to have to answer all these questions before I got it started, so I was caught off guard. But it was a whirlwind trying to get all my supplies together. Now I know in this front, we just pick it up. That can't be right. Let me think a minute. Let's see. Did she pick that up and it was a flip out? Or did she just open it up? No, I think she just opened it up. That's how I'm doing mine anyway. So I'm gluing mine straight on down. And of course, if you want that pocket right here, you're just going to glue on the three sides on the back of this. That way you've got that pocket. I'm using Fabri-Tac because it dries fast. There's the word, April. Now, we're going to be doing something with that too, so just hang on for me. Now, so far we've got this. And we've got this open. Well, for this little flip, we're going to put some paper in here to make a little notebook. So get your papers that I ask you to bring along. I get mine out of here. And now you're just going to cut them up. Now, if you didn't dye yours and you want to cover it up with some scraps or collage paper or scrapbook paper, you certainly can. Or you can just ink it, and I'm going to ink mine too, even though I coffee dyed that mess. All right. Let's see. Sure thing, just have fun. Oh yeah, I am having fun. I have done so much computer work. There is nothing like getting out from under that and crafting, where the true joy is. It brings me so much healing, so much happiness. Ooh, I just get chills just to talking about it. Now, I need to make a little mark where I'm going to cut. And now in junk journaling, there's no such thing as rules. We laugh at rules. So you can tear it, you can cut it, and make it as short or as long as you want to. And we're going to fold it in half, so I'm bringing it on down to here. I'm going to do a little ripping. I can't, for the life of me, find out what in the world I've done with my ruler that has the little ripped edges, and I'm missing it. But I packed up a bunch of stuff and went to be with my sweet mama, and it was a real difficult time. So I don't have every single thing unpacked from that, and I'm sure it's just in there waiting for me. Alrighty, so I got this cut out. It is, the width is 3 inches, 3¼ inches by 11 in length. And it's going to be a little too long, so we'll trim that off just like we did before. Find my fold line, and you don't have to make yours to the length of the page. You do what you want. And I may not be making mine exactly like Cathy's garden. She's so talented. Oh, she is the tutorial queen from what I can see. And she's a go-to for me in a lot of things because she just really comes up with stuff and makes it so shabby chic. And, oh, I love that. I love a little shabby chic and boho mixed up together. Now that's my jam. With vintage. I mean, I can't live without vintage. I think the handheld memories kit spoke volumes about my style. It didn't have every element, but it was a good variety. Let me stop and take a quick drink. Now you can put different types of papers in here. She put this cool noisy paper in there, but I'm out of noisy paper. So I'm going to stick with what I got. We're going to go for, I'm going to just put 3 sheets in. But now you put in ever how many you want. I just don't want mine too bulky. Because now this is either going to be a traveling notebook pocket, or it's going to be stationary as a flip. So I'm going to play around with that thought while I'm making this, and you can do that too. You know, how do you want that living in your journal? And I said I was going to make 2, but here I am just ripping for 1. So, but I really want to show you that other. And I mean, it's just bamboo done. But it's so shabby chic pretty. And I may have seen it before, but I can't remember. Oh, I'm so glad that I'm not the only one that doesn't measure much. And I love it that you love the love letter kit and the handheld memories. That makes me so happy. They're wonderful kits. And I'm not just saying this. I put so much heart and love into that. I thank you so very much, Mel, for being my editor. It was wonderful. It really, really helped me and made the customers happy. Let's see now. Give me another page here. I just need one more little page. This one didn't really brown up too hot, but we ain't worried about that because we like a variety of color. I like a variety of color in everything. I guess that's why I love boho so much, because it's just color splash. Bold colors that just, I can tell you put a lot into them. I have some printed of both kits and using the love letter kit for the tag swap. Yay! That is wonderful to my ears, Mel. That is great. I know I'm selling the kits, so, you know, there's monetary intentions there, but not, you know, just if I make enough to recoup the cost of some ink, I'm happy. My thing is, I just want us as a group to have stuff. I want us to play. And we can play with other people's kits too. I want to celebrate artists, anybody in the digital world, or just people who, you know, do all forms of art. If you know of anybody you want to nominate for a spotlight, just let me know, because I feel like I'm here on this earth to keep people positive and looking up, keeping their head up, knowing their worth, and giving them some beautiful things to make them smile. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Now we'll put this one as the second one. Now, well, I'll save that for whenever I talk about the the kits. I wish I had gotten those printed off. Time just got away with me. Now, let's see. We've got our little notebook here. Let me double check that it is going to fit in there nice and not be poking around the corners. And it will just a little bit. So I'll do some trim. Won't take but a minute. We'll just grab these scissors and eyeball it. Turn it this way. I love having those variations in length, so I dread doing this, but you know, I don't want all that hanging down. Defeated the purpose of my ribbon. Maybe that'll be enough. Okay, now that's going to fit. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to staple mine on because on the front, I'm not going to have a pocket in here. When I put my image on the front, I'm going to make a little pocket out of it to stick my tag down in. But this would be a good idea for, and I don't know, I might change my mind, but on the inside here, I can put my stapling. That way it gives me that choice, because I can be fickle, just like the rest of us, when it comes to what we want, what we don't want, and what we're going to do. So, you get yours taped, stapled, tied, glued, whatever you want to do down. And this fun little thing is my new love. And I like the metal look, but if you don't like the metal look, you know, can be covered right up, as we know. Get me another little thing to drink. And yes, I am still in my pajamas, but this is rest day, you know. So, and I didn't think that y'all was going to see me. God help me if you had to see my mug today. All right. So, we got that part done. Now, let's do some decorating. Now, what I had planned was to take some music paper, and this I got from Cathy's garden. She took some music paper and she placed it on the front right here, but she centered it over to where it come to the edge, but not so much on this side. And then she took a journal card and she put it on the edge here, but not so much on the other side, so that you've got that peeking out, and it just looked fantastic. So I would like to do that, and cut out one of Nathalie's journal cards. Her kits are so beautiful. And I thought I printed out the promo for the name of that other kit. I know that the torn scraps one, I'm using that for my design team project. But the other, there's 4 of them, and they're absolutely beautiful. But that first one, Timeless Blooms, maybe, it has pages and the ephemera in it. The floral scrap, the torn scraps one is just the pages. But that ephemera works for all 4 of them kits. Now, do I want to cut to where? Oh, this right here is natural. This is aged patina. I got this from Two Sister Jam's Etsy shop. They rock, they roll. I love them. Maybe this side, it's a little closer to the edge. To get rid of that just seems, and look at this at the bottom. It says Song of Love. Oh, wouldn't that be pretty if I could get that on there? And try to put that image above it. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, let's flip this baby over here. Sorry about that. And do a little tracing. I'm not going to go all the way over. So I am going to trace it, but I'll know to cut it short. Rings get twisted. All right. It's a pleasure and a pain to cut into these beautiful vintage. This may even be antique, actually. Pages. I'm going to do a haul video soon. If you like that kind of thing. I ordered a bunch of stuff from Two Sister Jam, and they wrap everything so beautiful and just bend over backwards to make you happy. And they are such a wonderful team of sisters, and I like to show off what I get because they deserve that. They certainly do. Oh, that looks so good. Now, I've just got to trim. I guess I'm going to trim right there. Oh, I hope I don't mess it up. Yes. They are sweet, and they have such a variety, Mel. I love the those little doilies and the doily pieces. Well, I just can't buy enough of them. I just keep ordering them, and when they're out, I grieve because, you know, it takes a while for them to build them back up. And I know that. I'm just sad till they get more. I've got 2 people that I go to for things like that. But now they sell different things except for the laces. I go to Two Sister Jam, and then I go to Inked Pulp, Cheryl Fools, and she hasn't, to my knowledge, been selling lately, but she'll have live sales just like Two Sister Jam does, and she'll have papers, laces, books, well, you name it. And we have a good time over there too. So between the two, you can't go wrong. Now, after you get your music page or book page or whatever you decided you wanted on the front of yours, I may have actually brought that up too tall. Find you a journal card or a larger ephemera piece that you want to put on the front of that. It won't take me but just a second to cut it out. My scan and cut, I'll fix it, and then it goes right back to being a brat. And it'll cut these small pieces perfect, but as soon as it's got to go down to something long, it'll just move the whole mat and then just cut right into your print job. And you know how expensive ink is, and your stomach drops. So I just had to give up on it for now because I was and have been so busy. Cheryl Foils at Inked Pulp. She's on YouTube, and she's also an artist that makes jewelry. And oh, she's good. She is so good. She does lots of YouTube videos, and she rocks. I love her to death. Now we've got these pretty ladies I could put up there. And we got this pretty little girl. We got a lot of stuff that we could use. I'm just looking for the right sized one. Or we could use this interactive little element since it's all about kinetic, I guess I'm saying that right, kinetic journaling in 2026. That would go sideways, so no, not a contender, but it would have been a nice little, flip open. All right. I'm taking too long. I'm going to have to quit flapping my jaws as much. But it's alive, so you want to talk. That little girl would look fantastic. Oh, look at this one. That is so beautiful. They all 3 are. I think I'm going to go with her. Get this cut down right quick. Try not to sweat the small stuff. If there was rules and perfection attached to junk journaling, I would not be in it. And I know sometimes people make up their own rules and journal and follow it. But I consider that rules they made, they can follow. I'll do what I want to do. All right, let's put that over there. Now, I don't want to cover up this pretty Song of Love message down there. And I want this to be a tuck spot. I don't want to restrict the tag. So I'm going to glue it on the bottom and left side and just leave that open so that I can stick any size of tag I want in there. And I think I might leave this baby open and just glue that down because that gives you more. I just don't want it to be too bulky. So just decide how bulky you want yours and you'll know what to do. All right. Turn this down a hair. It's crooked anyway. Watch me cut it by hand. It's crooked anyway. Oh, that's me. Okay, that's much better. I can't believe how long it's took me to do this little bit. Here I was thinking we were going to do all kinds of things. But now, Nathalie, if you get to catch the replay, your 4 kits, they just amaze me. You really know how to make your customers happy. They're beautiful. Shabby chic deliciousness. I don't even have to. Oh, see how that's just flaking? It's so old. I gotta take a gentler approach. I'll have to kind of work this, but I'm a slow crafter too now. Lord, I'm like a snail. And my boyfriend is the same way. All right, let's hurry. 2.5 hours later. Are you done with your coffee yet? Yeah. Oh. My sister, she is up and at 'em, counting those steps and doing her thing. And she's just like, oh, you're killing me. Let's get going. It's just not in me, I don't reckon. Now, we could have sewed around that before I stapled it. I ain't got no sense today. So keep that in mind. You could have sewed it. Now that I've got that stapled, I'd have to take all them staples out. And I ain't a-doing it. I love to sew things because it gives it that texture. Texture is one of the biggest things for me. I love to feel and smell and all that. I ought to give this a nice spray of my Lindy's glitzy spray. You shake it up real good. Now this one gives you the palest sage green, and then I've got champagne, green and champagne, silver, nickel, and charcoal. But let me get this put down first before it dries while I'm going on and on and on. You got to make sure it's turned right. Now, y'all, I have not announced in the group yet, but I'm going to be announcing it. Christine Harry has been our admin, and Nathalie. Of course, you know how busy Nathalie is, but I could not make her admin. I mean, she's my mentor. I look up to her. I place her at the very tip top, and that's just a fact of the crafting pyramid. You know, not above God, but you know what I mean. And Christine volunteered, and I was so tickled, and she did such a good job. But she has a lot on her plate, and I'm not going to go into her business, but she needs to step back. And she let me know that. And so I like the faux stitched look too, Mel. And I love it when Nathalie puts that faux stitching in our kits. She really thinks of every detail. There's just so much to be learned. Wow. And then you can, just take a black ink pen or gray or, whatever color you want and make that faux stitching too by hand. It's fun. It really is fun. Oh yeah, signs of love with this pretty little deal here, and we'll have that pocket and we'll have this pocket. Now we're cooking with grease. Let's get this down. But yeah, I'm going to be doing an announcement. I'm asking for admins and moderators, and I'm not going to be having them do a whole lot of stuff because people ain't got time for that in their lives. I just need some simple things done that would take the load off of me so greatly because, I'm a registered nurse. I run the group. I'm an admin for Nathalie's group. I am making digital kits now. And I also am starting a YouTube channel about chronic care management and advocacy for the elderly so that the elderly and their caregivers, family, and friends can have the resources that they need when they go to these doctor's appointments, before surgery, safety at home, all that good stuff. So it would really help me to have some mods and admin that can dig in and wish people happy birthday and stuff like that. Make comments and encourage people. Let them know, yeah, you rock, you're doing good. And help me plan and post some events. But, it's not big stuff. And I can continue to do it on my own. But as the community grows, when the partition, especially when the participation picks up more, I'm going to need that help. Now I thought, well, just for placeholder sake for now, I'm going to fill out one of these Mo cards. These are tags that are just beautiful. And they've got a lot of different, designs on them. And I love them. But this top one is calling to me. And see, you can just tuck it right behind there. You could even tuck it like that. So you've got some pretty contrast and matching. And I'm just going to do that for time's sake. But Nathalie's ephemera is better, that's for sure. Now, I'd like to put some lace down here. I think that would really look pretty. I've got me a little bag of lace set aside here. Now, you don't have to do this. You could put a lace, maybe a pretty bow somewhere. I know that's what Cathy did in her video. And I mean, she rocks. Oh yeah, that's pretty. It's a little bit of that soft pink lace to shabby it up. We're going to do more things. But this is an interactive element that you can have in your journal. And you got to make that decision whether you want it to glue down to a page or if you're going to make it a floater. And I'll show you what to do if you decide to make it stationary. Now, I forgot to put this on the list, but we're going to add a tab to the back page. I've got a tab punch. It's not a whale tail. It's just, just a regular old punch. But you can get them from digital kits. You can make them. Just fold your paper over and cut it the little shape that you want and open your cardstock back up, or you can layer 2 or 3 sheets of paper if you don't want to use up your cardstock. And that works well. Let's put a little bow here. I think a bow, what do you think? Up here at the top, a little bow maybe? Or, well, I don't really want it to cover up the Song of Love. Oh, thank you, Mel. No, my poor fingers look dirty. I promise you they're not. It's ink. As soon as I pick up a dauber, I'm filthy. Because I'm rough with it. And I just distress everything. Let's see. I'm sorry for my accent. I know it's thick. I can't help it. I used to, because I lived in Steubenville, Ohio during my teen years. And I learned, just by being around friends and stuff how to tone it down. But I don't remember no more. I'm a country girl through and through. But I love my northern folks. They are in stark contrast to me in a lot of ways, and it's refreshing. When I was a travel nurse, I loved it. I loved meeting new people, and I worked alongside some of the very best nurses in the field. And when I went to New Hampshire, now that was a trip. I loved it. And at first I was kind of off put because I didn't know how to take people, they're just different. And I had a coworker talk to me about it because I confided in her about something somebody had said, and she was confused at first. And then she got tickled and she told me, that's just our regular talk. It's definitely not an insult. And she gave me some examples, and I felt so much better. And then I just had the best of time. It was wonderful. So I didn't get to go out west yet when I was in travel nursing because, well, how it is when family members start dying and getting sick and getting Alzheimer's and things like that. You don't want to be off on the other side of the U.S. So, how about that? I think that's a real pretty spot. Or should I go up here in the corner or right here in the center? I like every one of those spots. No, I like that pretty good. Hi, Candy. I am so glad that you popped in to see us. Yay. You like the bow on the bottom? I do too. That was my first instinct. So that's what we're going to do. All right. We're just making some ephemera with LineDotArrows kits. I've got the ephemera for the Valentine mini kit and what's it called? Timeless Treasures or something like that. I've got the ephemera all printed out for that one, and I'm going to be doing my design team member project using the ripped floral papers. I'm bad remembering everything, but I love the new kit. Oh, yay, you're making a Valentine folio. That's right. That is great. Timeless blooms. Yes, that's right. So right now we have got, I tucked the little tag in there. It's not been decorated or nothing, but it's pretty. We'll stick that in there for time's sake. And we got to decide if we're going to leave that pocket there open or closed. And then, let's see, how does this go? Oh, it just flips over. Then you flip it over, and then you've got this little notebook. And we put some pages in there. Now, this right here can be put on a page, and so it'd be stationary, and you can just use it as a flip pocket, or it can be a traveling pocket, and then you wouldn't need that at all. But we're not finished just yet. We are going to put uh-oh, I got that stuck. Oh no, I didn't. It's just because that's like that. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I got myself confused. Now, in the very back, we can make a nice little pocket here and tuck something down in that. Or you could do a side border tuck and bring a nice piece down and tuck something to the side. Plus, you've got this pocket. And you could also put a little cardstock on there to reinforce this, or maybe slide a little bit of cardstock in your, or just another piece of paper to give this some sturdiness, because you're going to have stuff going in and out and in and out. And over time, you know. So, she had a pocket there in the back, and she decorated this front and the top here. I think I'm going to leave this, I'm going to ink this up real good. And I think I'm going to leave this open as a pocket so we can staple that or glue that down right there in that corner. And that way we still have the pocket here and we still have the pocket here. And I'm going to do a little reinforcing and finish decorating. And we've got our cute little either stationary flip or traveling pocket. Okay. Now, I think that a nice little staple will do the trick right there. Yeah, through the whole thing. I don't mind that little staple being there. It's just fine. We like a little metal in our stuff anyway. Yes, we took envelopes and some coffee dyed copy paper. You can use any kind of paper. That's just what I had on hand. And some ephemera from the kit. A little, I've got a real old vintage, maybe even antique music paper from Two Sister Jam, and some lace and ribbon, and you're good to go. All right, let me see here. I want to do a little collage of something right there. So I'm going to look for a little piece of fabric, and we got Love, Bloom, and Timeless. Oh, and we've got these little guys here. Veins, douches, popularity, spectacles, and eyeglasses. And we got these pretty little washi strips. And you can also put like a button here, a nice flat back button. Oh, that's cute. I want words, or maybe a ticket with some numbers on it. I love lace too, Mel. Lord, if you could see the piles of lace, you would just be in heaven. And I'm always thinking I need more. But it's not because you hoard it. Well, yes, you do hoard it, but you want choices. Those pretty little flowers. We could put one of those on there. Now maybe some of these images would cut nice and fit for those two little pocket areas. I'm going to have to get this going because I really want to show you the Doily and coffee filter pocket. Super, super easy and shabby chic yumminess. Ooh, I can put that. All right, I'm gonna grab Timeless over here. Yeah. I was going to show you a flip through after the Doily pocket, but I'm running too late, so those flip throughs are up in the Etsy shop of the love letters and then the new March kit, which I'm planning to make another kit for March as well, so people have choices, because some people may not be into the nature look of moss growing over stones with the beautiful deep dark forest and Victorian timelessness and steampunk. So we'll see how it goes, but I've got a really good idea planned that I think you all may very well love. Candy, I sent you a newsletter last night, honey, and it's got freebies in it, 4 of them, and they're exclusive. They're not in the Emerald Archives Moss and Mechanics digital kit, and they're not going to be in freebies in the group. They are exclusive to the people who wanted my newsletter. And what my newsletter is all about is giving y'all updates and try not to have to put so much of it in the group, but I still will, because there's a lot of people who haven't signed up for it. And it'll give you an idea of that new kit, and you can go on Etsy and watch that little flip through and look through the pictures. I didn't post all the pictures, but enough to give you that idea. The flip through shows everything. And now you don't go in, if you decide, oh, I want that, don't go and buy it yet, because I'm going to be putting a discount code in our group. It'll be a big one, and you'll get that off. And then you'll have those 4 extras plus the freebies I'm going to put up. All right, so I'm thinking on a little, let me move this, a little strip of, I don't know, this may not be the right color, but I can put a little fabric with my pretty button and my Timeless. And then we'll look around and try to find us a spot for a... Uh-oh, did I glue that? No, okay. For an eyelet. I don't want to cover up that message, so let's see how this is going to look. Maybe put a few more little pieces. I don't know. It's kind of plain, isn't it, ladies? What are you thinking? And we got this little shabby there. I think it's awful pretty, but this is so small, I don't know if it fits. I know I'm going to use that fabric swatch or piece. So we'll go ahead and cut that. How long we been on? Oh my goodness gracious. 4:19. Well, we've got to wrap this baby up. I'm just going to show you this real quick on that, the lace bit. And we'll, I'll do another live and or a YouTube video and finish up all the things I wanted to talk about. I was telling Mel before you came on, Candy, that I go at a snail's pace. That's the thing. I can't get them design team projects out in time because I move so slow. But I'm about done with mine for January, and I'm just so glad that Nathalie is such an understanding, sweet lady. She is wonderful. I've been with her since she put her very first digital kit up that winter, and it was 4 pages, and it was beautiful. And I bought it, and I haven't bought everything. There's a few that have slipped me by, but they won't for long because I'll catch up and get them. I can't say that for any other artist. You know, I've always loved Artie Maze's work. Thank you, Mel. I'm glad you like it. Hi, Joan. That's okay. That's okay. We've been on here for a little bit, and we're making this pretty little, it's either going to be a traveling pocket or a stationary pocket flip. We haven't decided yet. We've got a tuck spot right here, Joan. And we've got one right here that we can fill up. And then whoop, I got to move that out of the way. That way it flips. Actually, just flip it over this way. Once you watch me make this so difficult. And then you've got your little notepad. You know, this top right here needs to be decorated. And then this will be taken off if we don't make it stationary. And then you can just put a little strip of scrap right there. You know, you could even use this little scrap right here from the front. We used the Ephemera from Nathalie's digital kit, Timeless Blooms. And we're just finishing up. I'm so glad you three ladies have came. Dear Julie. Oh my. Wow. I'm so happy that you have come in. Welcome. This is such an honor. Oh, wow. I miss you too, Julie, every day. I will be back. I've just got myself overloaded time-wise, but I think about you and the group and the ladies every day. Dear Julie she was the very first crafter I found. And I was obsessed, and I still am. Yay! We were just making a little traveling pocket flip and deciding whether or not we wanted to make it stationary or traveling. And I've talked too much, so oh, you're on your way back to work. Thank you so much for dropping in. Be safe, be careful. Love you. That was wonderful. That was so wonderful. All right, so what you'll want to do is, that's right, don't forget those thumbs up, ladies. I need to cover that. And, well, I just had my, oh, that's too wide. I'll cover that later off screen. I'm going to make mine stationary, ladies. So I'm going to cover that up. I'll take this off and add some glue to it. And then it'll just mount down to my page. And it's going to be a nice flip for me. Have a nice weekend to you too, Julie. Bye. Wow. What a gift. It's a gift that this is my very first live, and I have all of you special ladies here with me. This means so much to me. It really does. All right. So you get the drift on the project, right, ladies? Right here in the back, you've got a nice little pocket. You can reinforce it if you want to. You could put a little pocket here and make a nice little tuck. And you could decorate the front page or just leave it ready for writing. You could stick something down in this pocket, or you can close it up and just use your little three-sided pocket. You could do this so many ways. But again, like I said, I found this idea on Cathy's garden. She's amazing. She's always coming up with stuff. And I thought, well, this is just awesome. I'm going to give her all the credit, and I'm going to share the inspiration. All right. The other thing that she showed me that I thought, well, she showed us all that watched the video is making these beautiful pockets out of coffee filters and lace. I mean, in doilies. And the problem is I needed a pink doily because that's just the color I was going for. And I was going to do white, coffee dyed, and pink. That was my plan. They didn't coffee dye so well, but I tried. So here is our coffee filter. Oh, it's just went flat. I put it in the oven. But it kind of goes in the back for stability, okay? And then you'll want to layer your doilies. I wanted the pink one right in the middle. And then the coffee dyed one. Here's a good, it's a nice contrast. Now I wonder, and this just takes minutes. I wonder if I use some ink to ink up a fresh one. If it would work out all right. I've got a nice white one here that's, boy, that'd be an awful big pocket though, April. Really would. Because it's going to come this way, and then it's going to come over this way, and they're going to overlap a little bit, you see? And then, yeah, that's awful big, so I'll use a smaller one. But then you've got 3 pockets, and then you put your little ribbon around it after you get this glued down and decorate. And it really looks pretty, especially when you have like red or pink or, you know, another contrasting color. Let me get a smaller one and put a little ink to it and see if it works. I've got this little bitty bit. Thank you, ladies. I'm glad you're liking the little design. I think that Cathy is onto something good because she's, I don't know if Jens has ever seen her before, but yeah, she's cool. Let me try out some of this pink. I'm sure I probably won't get it pink enough to my liking because this ink is a little old. I've got this peachy pink here that I love, but I was going for that, you know, that pretty powder pink because it will go so well in this kit. And I was torn because I was going to make 2 of these, but we ran out of time. I was thinking about whether I was going to do pink or blue or white as the contraster for the love letters. And, you know, we've got that splash of indigo in there. Ooh, that would be beautiful to have an indigo doily. I don't have any indigo ink, though. We're going to try it, though. Now, so far, so good. If I can just get it to give me just enough to do this, I'll be tickled because I've used it to death, and it's just little. Oh, okay. A little water, a little spritz of water. Well, I'll be right back. I got a little bottle here. And Put a little water in it. Now, let's do a little spritzing. There we go. I love these little misters. They're the mini mister. I got that from Spectrum Art Creations. They sell some of the most amazing stuff. They've got, well, as far as I know, I haven't been in a while, but live sales every Saturday around 3 or 4. And they have a Facebook group and a website. And they specialize in bringing you cheaper deals on all your crafting needs. Yes, I sound like a commercial, don't I? My mother always tells me that. Okay, Miss Commercial. Thank you for the information. All right. Now, not bad, huh? Put a little on this side because we do have to fold it, but boy, that Mr. trick did its job. Thank you. Oh, your grandson loves to help you color doilies. Oh, yeah, water-based markers. That's the way to go. Oh, that is so nice, Candy. Grandbabies are everything. You never knew you could love like that. And it's a different love than you have for anyone else. And it's not that it's more, it's just different. And it's like having your children over again, only with, their own unique little things. All right. Thank you for that tip. Okay. Now, so if I can remember correctly, she used the coffee filter as the base. Now my base doily is a little bit bigger than the base, but I think it'll work just beautifully. Then we're going to layer up our pink. We'll go with this side. Yay, I got my pink. And then my coffee look. Now, you could do yours any way you want, in any order. Instead of this being a lighter version of this, you could have left this white. But since it was so light, I thought that was plenty enough variation. So you've got a little bit of this hanging down, but it don't matter. It's going to form the bottom of your pocket, and you decide how tall you want that pocket to be. I'm going to bring mine on up. I don't want it too tall. And give it a fold. So we've got it like this. And then we're going to fold in each side enough to where they barely, just slightly overlap. Not too much. and bring them down to the bottom there. I can't get mine cooperating, of course. There we go. I believe that's how she did it. Hers was fanned out a little differently, though. Maybe she did it kind of up like that and made it fan out. I guess you could do it either way. You could bring it in and then tie your ribbon around after you glue it. Or you could make these go like that. And I mean, really, that's it. You could decorate it if you wanted to, but I think putting a little ribbon around it is ready to go. Put your ephemera inside there, and you've got your little shabby chic traveling pocket or stationery, because all you'd have to do is glue that back. I think I'm going to do mine a little sideways because I remember this being a little more open. Empty containers. Oh, he puts his little cars in the photo, but oh, how sweet. Oh, I love children. So yeah, I think that's so pretty. Now, I'm going to glue that down and get my ribbon. You do? That is cool. I guess most of us do in a way, because that's a sign of an organizer right there. Yes. Let's get that put in. I'm sorry we're running so late. We're almost done. I hope you ladies know how important the Facebook group is to me. I just want to spread joy. That's why it's named how it's named. I just want to give people something to look forward to, little things to do, and spread some positivity in a world that's not always easy to live in. You all mean a lot to me. All right. Now, let's see what we got here that might look cute. We could even put a little hers looks so much prettier, so I don't know if I'm missing a step or not, but I love it. All I know is we got 3 pockets now, and we're going to doll it up. We could put some of the same pink at the bottom there. We might need some that's a little more frilly. Thank you, Joan. Yeah, I think that would be sweet. And then we could actually use, I don't know if this is large enough, but you see that gold sparkly lining? Now I've saved this for something special. And if my first live is not special, I don't know what is. I have planned this in my head for so long, and then I quit doing that because it was causing me a lot of stress. And then I just woke up and said, you know what? I'm going to get that newsletter out, and tomorrow I'm going live. And I can't believe I did it. Now, I went live on Nathalie's channel with her. And Lord, I'm telling you, ladies, I about passed out during that one. I was scared to death. But in this one, I'm not a bit scared. Maybe that broke me in. Well, I tied that too loose, but I think it might work. I'll tie it a little better. Put this lace down there. I've got some larger lace, but it's not, it's that gathered ruffle lace. What do you think? This one or this one? And the pink bow, or should I do the pretty sage green bow? Kind of comes out of left field in color though. What do you think? You like that, Joan? Good. The first one, okay. All right, let me try to get this bow a little tighter. First lace, pink bow. Okay, we're in agreement. Oh, green ribbon. Okay. Let's try this green ribbon. We got the pink boat and the green boat and the first lace. Okay. The first lace, was that the ruffled lace. That was the first one. Okay. I guess I better get my brain together here when I'm asking you guys questions. Well, as you can tell, I don't wrap presents for a living. Phew. My hands are so sore from click-clacking on this computer trying to get the digital kits made and posting and saving photos and all that business. Yeah, I like that green ribbon. It's awful pretty. Let's see. So we've got a tie between the pink bow and the green bow, but everybody agrees on this lace, if I'm seeing it right. This ruffled lace. It is awful pretty. Now, Williams, think on that. It's awful cute. I like it. It gives it that pretty pink Valentine feel with the earthiness of the green and the shabby chic. Yeah. So that was the other project. Yep, ruffle and green ribbon. All right. Well, I'm torn. I love both. I love that pink and I love that green. So we're we can always change bows if we want to, but I'm going to go ahead and put this lace down. And is there any questions you all have for me about anything at all?